The year I graduated from college, which 1984, with a computer science degree, was the peak of women securing technology degrees, and I remember thinking we were just at the beginning of a wave. But in fact, I think it was 38% of the women that year graduated with technology jobs, and it's been declining ever since.
For me, technology is synonymous with innovation. Most of the technology companies that we know and love are changing literally the way we do everything from how we shop to how we envision our organizations and how they work, to the tools that we use. And so for me, what I love about being in technology is that the future is every day it's changing.
People often think technology is very black and white. There's a right answer, there's a wrong answer, but I love that gray area, kind of working through that and finding different effective ways that maybe people outside of IT don't always think of.
Chair Pittsburgh is all about mobilizing business executives, community leaders, and influential people in the city of Pittsburgh to help achieve gender balance in IT and technology fields. I believe that this is a critical need.
Our overall goal is to make Pittsburgh a leader nationally in women in tech. And we do that in a few different ways. We provide a community of support for women and provide resources that enable them to grow in their careers. And we also provide employers with tools and resources that better enables them to attract and retain female talent.
Thermo Fisher Scientific has been a proud sponsor of Chair Pittsburgh for the past 3 years since the inception. We are honored to be able to support the women in our community through numerous scholarships to help support their career growth.
This year, Chair Pittsburgh honors 16 scholarship recipients, an increase of 9 additional women from last year's scholarship program. Thanks to a generous contribution from CNX, Chair Pittsburgh was able to send 5 additional women to the EDGE Experience, an annual women's development program targeting mid-career women presented by the Pittsburgh Technology Council.
The Red Chair Scholarship is about finding the women who are ready to step up and into their lives and in their careers.
This program gives you the opportunity to look at your life both personally and professionally and just gain some insights by talking with other women and the coaching exercises that Christy offers. It's just a really unique and special time that otherwise you wouldn't step away from your busy life and dedicate to thinking about these kinds of issues.
It's been so groundbreaking to realize that so many of the fears that have probably held me back and potentially could hold me back in the future are shared with every other woman in that room. And to realize that so early on in my career is now the next step, is how do I put those fears to rest and just move forward and listen to the truth about the work I'm doing and what I'm capable of.
My hope for women experiencing EDGE is for her to realize that she is not alone. To realize that what we think is individual to us, our challenges, both personal and professional, are actually the part of a collective experience. And what we lack as women is a vehicle for knowledge transfer, where we can connect together across companies and industries to share best practices, to share mistakes made, and to stand in and celebrate our successes together.
In my view, the scholarship is an investment in an individual, and we're operating with the assumption and a hope that they take that investment and they generate compounding returns for women in tech. And so a very powerful example is in 2017, one of the recipients of executive coaching was Shireen Thomas. And in less than 6 months, she had catapulted herself into leadership and launched UPMC's Women in IT. So for me, that's a return on investment, and that's what it's all about.
With my career, I work across a number of the large companies here in Pittsburgh, And it's very true in what we say, that they're really male dominated. So I find myself in, boardrooms or meeting with executives, and it's always, I'm the only female in the room. So, reaching out to Laura and getting some coaching around, how I handle those situations a little bit different, and she's really been able to shine some light on ways to handle conversations or, posture, demeanor, and things of that nature. And additionally, even within my own organization, we have a strong emphasis on, diversity and how we, help women to be successful.
Personally and professionally, I would take what I've learned from Laura to flourish. She's taught me different ways to work on my mindset. And so before I was kind of a perfectionist, she taught me to look at failure as not a bad thing. She said, why don't you try to fail at something? And I thought to myself, that would be so hard for me to do. I don't think that I could do that. So that mindset that she taught me to kind of take a step back.
DDI is proud to work with Red Chair Pittsburgh because we believe in the power of women to change the business world and to change the world. These Red Chair Scholarship winners are coming to DDI to receive a DDI package of development content with 3 fundamental components. 1 full hour of web-based training on one of our flagship products called Interaction Essentials for Leaders. They also get access to an online learning library that contains a multitude of micro courses on leadership topics that the participant can consume at their own pace. And the third component is a copy of our recent publication, a book called Your First Leadership Job.
From what I've learned with DDI, it's provided me the opportunity to sit back and reflect. I have already seen positive improvements in this, and I hope that long-term it makes me a better leader.
The tools and the learnings that I'm getting through the DDI program is helping me to develop my own confidence to say, you know what, that's an artificial ceiling, and I can continue to grow and succeed and not have to worry about the proverbial ceiling, if you will.
I feel that this DDI opportunity has really helped me to advance myself as a team lead in terms of delegation and negotiating conflicts and working with other people who may have different backgrounds than me.
We know that when you have more women in key fields, there's more innovation, there's more collaboration, and there's a greater output. So if we're really gonna, turn the tide when it comes to technology, women have to be there.
We are intentional about building our pipeline. We're going to see that turnaround here in the next 3 to 5 years, and absolutely by 10, because this next generation of women are standing on the shoulders of the sisters that came before them, and they are making different choices, and they're having different conversations, and they're putting themselves out there.
Iron sharpens iron, and I think when women have that network, when they're reaching heights that they didn't expect, and they want to be afraid or they want to question themselves whether they can do it or not, they have a support system that they can connect to who understand what it's like being those shoes and to help push you forward to keep moving forward.
If there were one action, if everyone in the audience said, in the next year I am going to push and pull and drive a woman upward in tech, we would make substantial change.
I think we can do better. The first step is spreading the knowledge and also giving these organizations the tools that they need, which is what Red Chair Pittsburgh is doing.
My vision for Pittsburgh is that we're recognized as one of the leading cities for women in technology. Not just women, not just gender inclusion, but all aspects of inclusion.
Red Chair Pittsburgh is here to drive diversity, inclusion, and equality in the technology sector. Together, we can make a difference.
Accelerate change.
Accelerate change. Accelerate change.
Accelerate change.